Welcome. Today we will be talking about how to create a clock wipe animation in Jetpack Compose. Here you can see the demo. It includes two options. We can either manually drag the slider and progress the animation, or we can just click on the topmost image and it will disappear with the animation. We can click once again to bring it back. So if you are excited, let's jump into the code. Alright, we start with defining a class clock wipe shape. And in the constructor, it takes a private val progress, which is a float value ranging from 0 to 1. Then we have another private value, start angle. This is an angle in degrees from which we want to start playing the animation. By default, it's minus 90 degrees, which is 12 o'clock position. Then we have another private value, is clockwise. And this one allows us to choose the direction for the animation. Alright, now we want to implement the shape interface and override create outline function. First of all, we need to calculate some of the values needed for drawing the shape. So we start from value target angle, which is based on is clockwise. So if is clockwise, then target angle is minus 360 degrees. Else it is 360 degrees. Then we have another value, arc fraction, which equals 1 minus progress, and we coerce progress in the range between 0 and 1. Now, based on those two, we can calculate the sweep angle for the arc. So we create another variable sweep angle, and it equals target angle multiplied by arc fraction. Now we need to calculate a diagonal of a view bounds rectangle. So diagonal, it equals a square t of size width power 2 plus size height also power 2. Now we create an arc rect, which equals rect with center at size center. So we use the center of the view and its radius, and the radius equals diagonal divided by 2. Now we can define the path variable. Use apply block here. And we use if arc fraction is not equal to 1, which means the content is not completely visible. Then we draw an arc. Set force move to true. Then we draw a line to the center of the view. So size center X and size center Y. And finally we close the path. In else case, if the view is completely visible, then we want to just add a rectangle with the same size. And now finally we return an outline generic. Now we can clip any view to this shape class, but to make it more convenient, let's create a modifier for that. So we create an extension function for the modifier. We name it clock wipe. And it takes the same parameters. We just need to remove the private val keywords. And it returns to this. We clip its view to clock wipe shape. All right. Now let's move on to creating an animated clock wipe. So this is another extension function for the modifier. We name it clock wipe animation. Now instead of a progress, it takes is visible boolean, which determines whether the content is currently visible or not. Then those two parameters stay the same. Also we have animation spec. And finally it takes optional onFinish lambda. Also the function returns a new modifier. And since we want to use an animate as state, we need to annotate this function with composable annotation. And now we can create progress animation. If is visible, then the progress is 0. And else the progress is 1. Then we paste animation spec, give it a label. And in finished listener lambda, we need current progress. And if onFinish is not null, then we invoke this lambda, and for isVisible, we check if the current progress equals to 0. Finally, we just return this modifier with clock wipe modifier applied. All right, we are done with our functions, and now we can jump into the main activity and craft practical examples. All right, now we are in the main activity, and here I have already included a simple column layout with center content and a little bit of space. Now we start with animated examples. So for that we need isVisible state variable. Let's define that. And now we use image composable painter resource or the drawable cat. So I've included this cat image PNG in my drawable directory. You can use your own image. Add image. And now we finally apply the modifiers. So first of all, we need clickable to change the isVisible state. And then we use clock wipe animation. All right, we are done with animated example. And for the manual one, we need another progress state variable. This time it's a float. And we can copy the same image. Just remove clickable modifier. And instead of clock wipe animation, we use clock wipe with progress. And also we need a slider to update the progress value. And also I would like to set a fixed width for this slider. Let's say 300 dps. All right, now we are done with our examples, and let's launch the application and take a look at the result. All right, the application has launched, and as you can see, it looks really good. We can play the animation, or we can animate by dragging this slider. If you have found this video available, please hit the like button down below and subscribe for the channel, and I will see you in the next video.